These new owners who came here 300,000 years ago are the magnificent beings spoken of in your Bible, in the Babylonian and Sumerian tablets, and in texts all over the world. They came to Earth and rearranged the native human species. They rearranged your DNA in order to have you broadcast within a certain limited frequency band whose frequency could feed them and keep them in power. The original human was a magnificent being whose 12 strands of DNA were contributed by a variety of sentient civilizations. We speak to you as if you are not human, because to us, you are not. The awakening must happen as you are able to handle it, because putting too much light into an element that cannot handle it would blow a fuse. If the electrical currents are not matched up, the body can be destroyed. You will see this.
Lately I've been having a lot of psychological, emotional problems within the past, let me think, I think it was the past 6 months now. And I'm not talking about it in a like mental illness type of way. For some reason, I don't know what it is, I can't explain it, but
because putting too much light into an element that cannot handle it would blow a fuse. If the electrical currents are not matched up, the body can be destroyed. You will see this.
I have had experiences where there was this major buzzing all through my mind, like I can't explain it, but it just feels like that buzzing all through my head and all down my body.
You are going to see a disease move over the planet that has to do with the nervous system and memory, because people won't be able to handle the energy. They will become frightened of it. They may discover a multidimensional portion of themselves and think they are crazy. People will drive themselves into a frenzy with this energy because they won't understand it.
And I can't, like I said, I can't explain it that well, but it has been happening like ongoing for the past like 6 months, and I can't explain it. It's more of like I'll just be sitting down, you know, either watching TV, and I don't watch TV, but you know, with the kids, or I'll be, you know, just reading a book or whatever, and all of a sudden I'll experience this feeling, and it's like a vibration all through my body. But the buzzing is very like intense, and I feel like my teeth is chattering when this does happen. It's like, you know, and it's like, you know, and it's like, you know, I can't explain it, but where am I going with this?
You are going to see a disease move over the planet that has to do with the nervous system and memory, because people won't be able to handle the energy. At times, you will recognize that the energy has become too much and that you are not calm and centered. This will occur for each and every one of you at some point.
I have had experiences where there was this major buzzing all through my mind, like I can't explain it, but it just feels like that.
At times, you will recognize that the energy has become too much and that you are not calm and centered.
Like I can't explain it, but it just feels like that, and it's like, you know, and it's like, you know, and it's like, you know, and it's very, very, pretty much, and you're wondering, why is it even there? Why is it even all the way in Alaska? Well, let me tell you, it's because, you know, like I said, the government doesn't want us to know a lot of things.
There was a huge schism, and the males and females on the planet came into great conflict. Why did this occur? It was a setup. It was set up by the creator gods who took over the planet and raided the reality, feeding, keeping themselves alive and functioning, and nourishing themselves off emotional turmoil. Many of these beings affected the creation of this universe, and you have termed them God. In actuality, They were extraterrestrial, light-bearing energies far removed from God. We rarely use the term God with a big G. If we were to use that term, we would be referring to God we know as Prime Creator. Then there was a great war among the creator gods and the space beings whose stories are in the ancient manuscripts of this planet. They came here because they wanted this place for many of their own reasons and rent asunder the original plans for Earth. Who are these space beings we sometimes refer to as the dark T-shirts? These space beings are part human and part reptilian. We call them the Lizzies because we like to make things a little less emotional and a little humorous so that you don't take them so seriously and get so upset.
Since I've seen also reptilians on the military bases, but besides seeing them in rituals off bases and rituals on bases, I wanted to try and find hard to see it. Down there it says, I have no age, I span the ages. And this was something that came out in 1989. It was the start of some of these drawings. This was a part of me that I called Keeper, and he was the keeper of the flame. And the flame being Illuminati flame. And this was a part of me that kept a lot of occult knowledge. And this was something created on a base. It was created on a military base. It was created at China Lake Naval Weapons Station. So then these others started coming out. I'd never seen any occult material that I know of. I've never read books. I'd never seen anything even near it on TV. This was another one dealing with deity Astra. And I didn't know anyone else that was even drawing anything like this. And Astra is an ancient deity. It goes back to Babylon. And you note that the eyes are blue, but the pupils are slit. I have this in a lot of the drawings. And there is blood on this one because this one consumes human blood. This was another one that I can't, it didn't go all the way in the frames. Originally it was backwards. It was written backwards. And it was about the Great Earth Mother. And I had never heard of it when it came up in my memory. I never heard of the Great Earth Mother. I didn't know what the Great Earth Mother was. I didn't travel with people that talked like that. I mean, you don't have to be a cult to talk about the Great Earth Mother, or the Mother as the Earth as the Great Mother. I just had never heard of it. So when these came out, it was at the time I didn't know what it was. What I understand it to be now, there is a Vesica Pisces there, which is very important. It represents creation. It represents creation from the cosmos. And this represents the Earth Mother and the moon that travels around the Earth 13 times in a year. So this has to do with that. Again, created on a military base. Not because it's a cover. This was another one that came up. And my understanding is that Lu is Druidic. My understanding about the other words are that they go back to Sumerian, they have Sumerian roots. Okay. Okay, this was another one that came out. It was about the child and the mother and the crone, the triple